So my name's Josh. I go by a number of different names in our group, but since I got the loudest and most obnoxious voice, I got nominated to kind of give a short speech here. So you get to listen to me for like the next 5 minutes. All right. So welcome everybody, family, friends, faculty, fellow students to the Moraine Park pinning ceremony. Well, guys, okay, mostly girls, we finally came to the end of our very, very, very long journey at Moraine Park. And before I start, let's take a moment and look around, take a breath, and realize that you made it. We're at the end. We're done. And it's not something that everybody can say. So let's take a second and give ourselves a round of applause for getting to this point, huh? All right, so I'm gonna try to keep this speech short and fun, kind of like our concept care maps and data collection tools, all right? So we might as well start at the beginning. We started the first day in nursing school orientation, where at that point we were all strangers. Some of us didn't get along very well yet. We were all excited and terrified at the same time when we were made aware of what the next 2 years had in store for us. I don't know if any of you guys remember this meeting. We found out that we would have to freeze the entire semester's worth of meals because we wouldn't have any time to cook for our family, and that we wouldn't have any time to do any laundry, so either just buy new socks and underwear or don't wear any. We had to say goodbye to our family and friends for the next 24 months while we made a very, very long trip through nursing school to take advantage of our dream here. So we looked around and I noticed that it was one of two different thoughts that seemed to pop up on everybody's face. It was either, yeah, right, come on, it's not going to be that bad, you guys are exaggerating. Or, what the hell did I just get myself into? I personally was a little bit of both. But what I didn't expect during these 2 years was to meet an entire new group of people that I was going to be able to soon call my friends. And together we survived. We survived our first exam, where every question has 4 possible correct answers, but whatever one you picked was somehow wrong. Or even worse, the dreaded select all that apply questions. Brutal. And I remember how before every exam, you guys all looked so forward to your weekly Adventures of Josh story to either bring down your stress or just get a cheap laugh at the Merce's expense. I like doing it though. We went to skills where we learned to shove tubes in places that I'd rather not name because we're trying to keep this family friendly. We became everybody's pin cushions while we practiced IM injections, sub-Q injections, IVs for 2 years. I'm surprised at this point we can't strain spaghetti with as many holes as we've started in each other. And don't get me going on the clinicals. Clinicals took their own form of cruel and unusual punishment. I never knew that a person could literally throw up their teeth, pass out on the toilet, and be completely fine the next day when I showed back up. I never knew how popular a guy could feel amongst a group of women when a patient needed to be moved. And through all of this, we kept going. And And as we look back at our journey we took together and where we stand now, it's clear that we all chose the right field. We all made the right choice in staying here in the nursing program. And I guess I can now officially stop looking at transferring into the Mercury department. I feel incredibly honored and proud to be able to speak on behalf of this amazing class, as this class is truly one of a kind. And if you asked our instructors, they would say that we were one of the quietest groups that they had taught. I assume that's because my personality rubbed off on everybody. Since day one, we've supported each other, whether it was by nudging each other to stay awake during lectures. Okay, it was mostly you nudging me. Celebrating new additions to families, rejoicing together after every exam was finished, and quickly trying to figure out what our score was in the class and what that meant for the last 3 tests and what we needed to pass the class. There's a special bond that this class shares, one that has carried us through any and all obstacles that nursing school has brought. So here's to our extraordinary class, and here's to our remarkable faculty. Here's to our very, very tolerant loved ones who understood why we had to stay up to all hours of the night to crank out yet another data collection tool and concept care map. Here's to the Beaver Dam Quick Trip for having an ample supply of Mountain Dew for me to drink. We took our first step together on that very first day of nursing orientation as strangers, not knowing what lay ahead of us. We gained immense knowledge, lifelong friends, and some very incredible memories together. So class, as I conclude this speech, I ask that you don't stop now. Don't ever be fulfilled with the knowledge that you currently have. The world meets no one halfway. And if you want something, you need to go and get it. And with each and every one of you standing here tonight, you have shown that you are willing to go and get it. Keep chasing your dreams, because you never know where they're going to lead you. It has been a privilege and an honor to go through nursing school and life with this exceptional group of people. We've been told many, many times that if you didn't document it, it didn't happen. Well, tonight with the pins that we'll be receiving here shortly and tomorrow's graduation, I would say that it's pretty well documented that we did it. And that only leaves one thing left to say: freedom.